What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. The Utah Jazz went from trading Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert before this season to getting the first seed for a second there, and now they are literally in the play-in tournament. It's been a wild ride for Utah Jazz fans as of late, and of course, they also made a few moves at the trade deadline by trading away Conley, Vanderbilt, and Beasley. So today, I wanted to jump in and I wanted to continue this Jazz rebuild, the path that they are on, and get them back to contention, but this time, actually bringing home a championship for the Utah Jazz. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you are new to the channel, as always, greatly appreciated. So as usual, we're past the trade deadline, so there's nothing I can do as of right now. This team is 31-34, and honestly, I would rather tank the rest of the season and be in the lottery. That way we can get another piece. So I'm not going to touch anything because I feel like the past simulations that I've seen when I've done rebuilds for other teams, I always see the Jazz get lucky. So I wonder if I'm using the Jazz, will that still be the case? I'm not going to even touch this. I'm just going to let it rock. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see if this team is a lottery team, a play-in team, or whatever, 2K decides to do. So we're just going to rock it out for the rest of the season. I'll see you guys hopefully in the draft lottery, because I think that's the better approach here. I think making the play-in is cool and all, but if we can have a lottery pick and somehow get very lucky, which I've seen the Jazz do plenty of times here in 2K, that would be the best path to getting back to contention as soon as possible. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number, and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So at the end of the season, this team did not make the playoffs, which honestly I think is better. We made the, wait, it said we made the plan. Did we make the plan? No. Why did it say we made the plan? Okay, we didn't make the plan. 2K is lying to us, so we're the 11th seed. It says plan, but you can't have 5 play-in teams, 2K, so I don't know what you're talking about. I guess they were maybe tied for it, but they gave it to Portland, so whatever. I'm okay with being in the lottery. Now, I would have rather have been a little bit worse than that, but that's okay. End of the season, 23 from Marketing, 20 from Clarkson, 16 from Sexton. Let's simulate the playoffs and see who wins the championship real quick. And we'll be headed towards the lottery. You got the Miami Heat advancing, 76ers and Mavericks. Okay. I'm going to say the 76ers win here in 5, and they're going to win in 7. They still won, but not in 5. They won in 7 games. And now we turn our attention to, of course, as usual, when we're rebuilding these tanking / lottery teams, where Rudy retires, which that's fine with me. We're going straight to the lottery. So I don't know where we're projected to be. Hopefully we have a good projection here. We can get lucky. We're only projected the 13th overall pick. Or 12, I should say. So we only have a 1% chance of jumping up. So the odds of us jumping up in this lottery, not very good, which kind of sucks. I would have loved to have had better odds here, but hey, who knows? Maybe get luckier. So 14 is going to be the Nets via the Phoenix Suns. So the Phoenix Suns, okay, that's interesting. They didn't even make the playoffs with Kevin Durant. Okay, 2K. I don't know what we're doing here, but that's going to be back-to-back picks for the Nets at 13 and 14. Moment of truth. Can this Jazz team jump up in the lottery? That would be freaking crazy if we jumped from 12 to like 1, and we are going to stick at 12. So we're going to stay at 12, which kind of sucks. Pacers are going to get number 1, and then we stick at 12. And we're also going to have, I think, Minnesota's pick somewhere as well, which that's going to be 23. We also have Philadelphia's pick, which is 30. So we have 3 first-round picks in this draft. So we can add at least 3 young players here and feel pretty good about that. As far as head coach is concerned, I am just going to bring back Will Hardy, obviously. I'm going to fill this out, and then I don't think there's any guys I need to move on draft night. I think we're going to just jump straight into the draft. I might be able to jump up with 12, 23, and 30 by like trading up. Maybe we could explore that a little bit. We also have like a Baji as a piece we could trade if we wanted to. Like Sexton here. But honestly, I might just add 3 rookies with these 3 picks and try to just hit on every single one. And hopefully get lucky. I mean, that could be the path we take. Or, like I said, we could explore the idea of trading up with another team. Fortunately, I don't think there's a path to trade up. And a lot of the teams that are in, above us don't really make sense to trade up. The only team that would have made sense to maybe trade down would be like Portland, looking for more assets to make a big move. The Spurs pass up on Scoot Henderson and go Brandon Miller instead. So Magic are going to get Scoot Henderson. You got Jared Walker going to the Rockets. Hendricks going to the Hornets. Number 6, you got Jalen Hood-Schifino. Number 7, you got Cameron Whitmore. Number 8, you're going to have Raylan Rupert. Number 9, you got Gregory Jackson. 10, Portland Trailblazers taking Amin Thompson. Number 11, Grant Dickey. And then here we go. Number 12, got Jet Howard, Anthony Black, Keontae George. I might be taking the other Thompson twin who's fallen this far to me, to be honest with you. So that might be my first selection here. Drake Whitehead is also your guy like Sid. But I am going to take the Thompson twin here at number 12 and feel very, very good about that. And then number 23, got like Noah Crawley, Zach Edey, Julian Phillips, Trayvon Smith, Chris Murray, Marcus Sasser. I'm going to take, I guess, Kyle here on number 23 or 24, whatever that was. And then my last selection, number 30, you have like Julian Phillips, who was 20. You got like Trayvon Smiths, and you got like an overseas player. I want to take just some of the youngest guys here, so I guess we're gonna just go ahead and take Julian Phillips, who's at the top. So he, we don't know. He averaged 14 in college. We'll just go and take him, and that will be our draft. So was it the best draft in the world? Maybe not, but I feel pretty good about what we walked away with. We got Sar Thompson at number 12, not too shabby, and then we're gonna have to hopefully help, hopefully he can develop his shooting. And we got Kyle at number 23. So not too bad. We'll take all three of those guys and welcome them to the Utah Jazz and give them opportunity. Kelly Olynyk, I am going to decline that team option. THT, I'm going to let that ride as well. Clarkson actually declines his player option, so that's interesting. And then free agency, we don't really have any qualifying offers. All right, so free agents, got Clarkson, THT, and Juan Toscano. I think I do want to bring back Jordan Clarkson because if we re-sign him, we might be able to flip him at the deadline. We have Sexton as our point guard, Abaji at the 2, Markkanen, Thompson, and then you have Flipkowski. I think I'll just call him Kyle because I don't know how to say that last name. And Kessler and Damian Jones. So this team right now, definitely not good enough at all. I'm going to move Markkanen back to power forward, though. I want him back there. And then we're going to have, we'll be fine with Abaji eventually starting the 2. We're going to re-sign Clarkson. He'll probably start to begin with, but then eventually move on. We'll go ahead and give Thompson the key to the small forward spot immediately. Simone can back him up, I guess. And then we probably could use a backup center. So let's go see what centers we have available. I don't want to break the bank over a backup center. So if there's like a fine one, I'll just take him. So let's see what we got out here. So like Zach Collins immediately standing out to me. That's going to be a fine signing. I'm going to give him a 2-year 1+1. And then I'm going to resign Clarkson. And that might be it. I'm not going to go too crazy here in this free agency. I'm going to give Clarkson a 3-year, $60 million deal. I think that's going to be easily movable at the deadline, which hopefully can get like a first-round pick for him. So going to resign him to a deal, and that should be golden. And THT, do I want to bring him back? He's 22 years old. He could be our backup point guard. Yeah, I guess I will. I'm not going to lock myself up into him either, though. I'm going to give him a 1+1 again. So I'm going to go team option on him. That way we're not locked into him. So THT is going to be back, and that will be our offseason. Now, this offseason, not the greatest in the world by any means. I'm not very proud of it at all. We're just going to try to set ourselves up for the future, I guess. So hopefully Thompson can pop off right away. Clarkson will move him at the deadline, and then maybe Sexton can jump up a little bit, and Markkanen and Kessler can just keep developing. So that's kind of what we have to do here. This first offseason does not set us up anywhere close to contention, but we did add a piece, or a few pieces, I should say, and like Thompson, and we got, Kyle down here, and then Phillips. So we'll see. I don't like any of those pieces as far as contention going forward. We'll have to just keep being patient. Eventually, something will, go our way. So we are stopped at the trade deadline, and right now this team is kind of floating above water, a little bit better than I thought they'd be. Colin Sexton is absolutely having an amazing season, shooting 47% from 3 on 24 points per game. He is super efficient right now, so I guess Sexton has kind of locked himself in, maybe as our franchise point guard going forward, alongside Lauri Markkanen and Clarkson. He's averaging 16 as well, but of course, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't want to trade him at the deadline, which I'm going to do. Walker Kessler, 14, 10.5, and 2 blocks is amazing. THT with 12 off the bench. 11 from Abaji, and then 9 from Zach Collins. Asar Thompson is not doing anything crazy. He's averaging 7 and 5, and he's very inefficient right now. But, he's a young player, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it just yet. I'm going to go ahead and look for a trade here for Jordan Clarkson. So let's go ahead and see what pops up, what we can be offered. So the 76er offered me Tobias Harris. I want a first-round pick for Clarkson. That's what I'm looking for here. So hopefully a team is willing to offer me that. Drummond and Powell, Jake LaRavia, Capella. The Miami Heat are offering me a 2024 unprotected future first-round pick to take on Kyle Lowry's terrible contract and its expiring contract. Sign me up for that. That is honestly a trade I will definitely consider because we could just buy out Kyle Lowry or whatever, not play him for the rest of the season. So that might be something we do, and it's not totally out of the crazy realm of possibility that Miami would do that. You also have a unprotected Mavericks pick in 2025. Ben Simmons, no thank you. Buddy Hield, Boucher, DeAndre Ayton being offered me is so weird, but yeah, I think that's a done deal. We're going with the Heat offer. This unprotected Miami Heat future first-round pick for Kyle Lowry. We offer a second. That is a fine trade by me. And we are going to make sure Kyle Lowry does not play for us this season. I don't see the point of having him play. I guess he could be in the role. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal if he does play, to be honest with you. So yeah, he can play, but I'm not going to re-sign him. The Sexton, Abaji, Thompson, Markkanen, Kessler, THT, Zach Collins, Lowry, and Simone is going to be our rotation for the rest of the season. How is Miami doing right now? Because that is definitely going to be an interesting point to watch out for the rest of the season. Miami, Eastern Conference is the 8th seed. So I guess they're trying to bank on the idea that Clarkson's going to just turn their season around. So you know what? I'm not complaining. Thank you for your services. I'll see you all at the end of the season. And hopefully that Miami pick is very, very valuable. And hopefully we can tank a little bit more, because honestly, I really don't want to be 12 seed again or whatever and not get a good lottery pick. I'd rather just suck as much as possible. So once again, another season where we're not in the playoffs, but that's more than okay. We had some strides going for us with Sexton showing that he could be a piece going forward. Abaji, maybe he could be a starter going forward. Who knows? THT was not bad. Zach Collins. So he actually had some pretty good bench production. Lowry will not be here, obviously, going forward. But Markkanen and Sexton and Kessler right now are showing us, and then Abaji are pieces that we're looking at and saying, yeah, these guys could definitely lead us somewhere. I definitely think we could probably still need like a guy, like a leader, like more than someone, maybe someone a little bit better than both these guys, but these guys could be second and third options on a contending team. So I think we're in a good position. Miami ended up actually jumping up, so that pick is not going to be as good as we thought it would be, so that kind of sucks. But 76ers, Grizzlies, and you're going to have the 76ers go on to beat them. So we're going to enter the lottery. So we ended up finishing as the 13th seed in the West, which is going to be good enough, hopefully, for some decent odds. It's looking like we're going to have the 20. Okay, so we might have like a sixth best odds at it, which is nice. So let's go to the lottery and let's see if that is the case, if my math is correct. And we are going to have the sixth best odds at the #1 overall pick. So 7.5% chance, a lot better than that 1% we had last year. So I will take it. So once again, let's go ahead and see what we're doing here. You got the Grizzlies at 14. Number 13 is going to be the Spurs. So as long as no one jumps up, we might have a chance to jump up to the top 4, which honestly would be the best path to getting to contention. If we could jump up into that top 4, get the #1 overall pick, draft Xavier Booker or something, that would be phenomenal right now. But number 11 is going to go to the New York Knicks. Let's see what they do. And that's going to stay there. So Knicks being in the lottery definitely sucks because of how good they are in real life right now. Spurs, number 10. I'm going to stay there. So far, no surprises. That's via the Charlotte Hornets. Oklahoma City Thunder at number 9. That is going to go up. So the Thunder have jumped into the top 4, so that's not a good sign for us. Number 8, Dallas Mavericks. Let's see what's going on here. And that is going to be number 8, so that's going to stick there. All right, there's still a chance. It's projected us at 7. Please don't be us, though. And that is going to be us. So 7th overall pick. Once again, kind of in no man's land. Rockets number 1, Thunder 2 and 3. Number 7. That sucks. So we also have 21 via Miami, which we got from that Clarkson trade. Was really banking on. That was kind of a risk I took. It did not work out for me. Staff signing. Let's see what we got here. So Will Hardy, we're going to leave that the way it is. And now we can go to draft night. So how do we get to making the playoffs? Because I'm ready for this team to make the playoffs. Got to resign Markkanen. And then we also have an update. We have to put in the 2K, I guess. All right. So 7 and 21. I want to look at mock drafts before I cut real quick to go put this update on. So we got Booker. I guess I should probably go to mock drafts, not prospect scouting. So number 7, I go away with Bill Colby, Zachary. I don't like any of these guys, though, as far as, I don't know, man. Not a big fan. I don't really know if I want anybody in this draft. I'd rather just try to make a big move here. So that might be what I'm looking at, but we'll see. So because I really don't want to draft anyone at 7, I'm going to be looking at the idea of trading for a player. Now, this player, he's not the best in the world, but in 2K, he's actually damn good. In real life, he's kind of mid, but in 2K, he fits our timeline and would honestly fit exactly what we need. And Jazz almost got him before from the Donovan Mitchell trade. That is going to be RJ Barrett, 24 years old. He's who I'm targeting right now. The Knicks just missed the playoffs, and I would assume they would be okay with moving on from RJ Barrett just based off how he's played. Like, he's just kind of you know what? He's not good at one thing. He's kind of just a jack of all trades in a way, kind of. But he is going to be a player that can immediately elevate us here, and he's going to fit our timeline as well alongside Markkanen and Sexton. And I think he'd be the definition of what we could use to boost ourselves up into that playoff race. And I don't think anyone at 7, and I'm not really sure what to think about Asar Thompson developing. So RJ Barrett is who I'm looking at here to put him alongside Markkanen, Sexton, Kessler. I think that's going to put us in the playoffs. So Asar Thompson, once again, I do like him, but I mean, he wasn't that good this season. And yes, I could be patient and let him develop, but I really do want to put this, put something together, because we have Markkanen and Sexton who are playing great basketball right now. Kessler is showing that he could be a defensive anchor down low. So yeah, RJ is who I'm looking at. So do I want to offer 7 for RJ? Probably not. I think I'd be okay with just trading Asar Thompson for RJ, which is crazy to think about. In real life, this may not be the best thing to do, but in 2K, this is going to push us where we want to be faster than, obviously sticking around. So Asar Thompson, 21, and then I'm going to also offer Julian Phillips, who I got in this draft last year, and I'll offer a future Cavs pick for RJ Barrett. So Thompson, all of this for RJ, they do agree to that, and just like that, we get RJ Barrett to be our brand new piece on this Jazz roster. The Knicks go more towards a rebuild, or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever they decide to do with Asar Thompson, I'll have to see how much he develops. Maybe that would have been a mistake to trade him away, but I think RJ is going to put us on our path faster. So I love the addition of RJ Barrett here in Utah. It almost happened anyway, so now he's here, and I think he's going to fit exactly what we're looking for as of right now. And we kept 7 as well. I don't know if I really could have justified trading 7 for RJ. So number 7, let's go ahead and see what we can get here. We got Aaron Bradshaw. We got Wesley Yates, Mac. You got Bill Colby, who is a shooting guard, and honestly, not really perfect for what we need right now. He's 6'6", could fit perfectly next to Colin Sexton. Don't know how good a defender he is, but ridiculously smart defensive player, rarely makes mistakes. Perfect for what we need right now. I don't think I can pass up on that. Welcome to the Jazz, Bill Colby. I don't really know much about him, but he's going to be a 77 overall immediately out of this draft. Could have gotten Wesley Yates. Bradshaw would have been cool as well, but I'm very, very happy with that pick. He might even start right away. Player options, got Markkanen. Collins I'm going to accept, and THT I'm accepting, because honestly, I'm ready for this team to make the playoffs. Udoka is a free agent. I don't really care for him too much. If he comes back, he comes back, but he's not really that good of a backup center overall wise. So yeah, Udoka is out there, and then Markkanen is going to be our big free agent, who I do need to re-sign, I believe. Unless he's still under contract, which I don't think he is. No, I guess he has 1 year left. Okay, W. So Markkanen is going to have 1 year left. RJ. So now we look at our team. I got Sexton, THT. You're going to have Abaji, Bill Colby. You're going to have RJ, Markkanen, Kyle, and then you have Zach Collins and Kessler. So really, we're looking for a forward who would be a really nice backup on this roster. We're not going to break the bank over Isaac Okoro, who's asked for $26 million, nothing like that. Let's just add somebody like a Bruce Brown or a Lou Dort, who's asked for $18 million. Lou Dort would be perfect, but I don't know if I want to pay him $18 million to come off our bench. Josh Okogie also has shown really good strides in Phoenix this year. Is there any other power forwards? Got Vanderbilt, bring him back to Utah. I'm not going to do that. Grant Williams, Baisley, Anderson, Avdia, Rui Hachimura, Toppin, Aaron Naismith. There's definitely some good options here. Washington, Najee Marshall. Who do I want? Toppin, or do I want a small forward? I think Dort would fit exactly what we need, but yeah, he's asking for a little too much money. I'm going to see if I can get somebody on the last day of free agency. I think there's so many good options here that I don't think I really need to force overpay somebody. I think I can get somebody on the last day and get them kind of cheap. So that's what I'm going to try to go with. So let's go to day 12 and see what my options are. It's not like we're just sweating for an absolute small forward or power forward. So we just get like a really cheap guy on day 12. That's what I'm going to look at. If like Lou Dort's still here, that's what I'm going to do. So we're on day 12 now. Got Jamie McDaniel still here. Is Lou Dort still here? Yeah, he's asking for $12 million now. That's still pretty steep. $14 million. I'd give him like $10 million. $10 million. This is as far as I would go. He doesn't like that. 2 years, 10 mil. He does maybe accept that. He'd be perfect, and he'll be our backup small forward. So Lou Dort off the bench. Now you have Markkanen, RJ, Colin Sexton, Kessler, Abaji, THT, Lou Dort, Collins, Colby, and Udoka, and then Flipkowski. So honestly, this team might be a playoff team this next year. I think with RJ Barrett joining us, we should be the definition of, maybe making the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to be contenders yet, but RJ sometimes turns up in 2K. So I'm pretty excited about the addition of him, and hopefully this team is going to make the playoffs now. Garland's going to win MVP. You got rookie there going to Wagner, Christian Wood, 6-man, and Dallas, Giannis Defensive Player, and then Chelmgren, most improved, JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. We did make the playoffs, which is honestly very intriguing as our first step with RJ Barrett. We are the 6th seed in the West. You take a look at the player stats this season. We had 25 from RJ, so immediately came over, changed the scenery, does him some good, and he is on top right now, averaging 25. 22 from Sexton, 17.5 from Markkanen, 14 from Abaji, so he's turning into a good piece. Lou Dort with 12 off the bench, Kessler with 10 and 11 and 3 blocks. W, THT with 9 and Zach Collins with 7.5 and then 6 rebounds, also blocking the Bill Colby with 6 points. Hopefully he can turn into something really nice for us. So do we get past the Thunder in round 1? I don't know. I feel like I like my roster a lot. I just don't know if we're going to be ready to move on past a team like Oklahoma City. And also, by the way, the Knicks did make the playoffs, but Asar Thompson still isn't really doing too much in the simulation. So I think I made the best move by moving on from him. I'm not saying this is what it'll be like in real life, but in 2K, not really getting a whole lot of opportunity, which obviously is going to, you know, demean him. But I don't even know what I just said. You get what I'm trying to say, though. Somebody current round. Can we beat the Thunder? And we are going to beat them in 6. So we get past round 1 and take down Oklahoma City. So now we play the Mavericks, who have Luka, Richardson, Tim Hardaway, Kyle Anderson, and Jalen Duren. So I don't know why 2K always has the Pistons like get rid of Jalen Duren. It makes no sense, but it is what it is. So the Mavericks just kind of have like a really nice team around. Like, I mean, it's a pretty solid team around Luka. There's like no second star, but you have like Richardson who could put up some buckets, Hardaway, Anderson, like. This is a really solid team around Luka, but it's not like, I don't know. I feel like we could beat this team, but it is Luka, so you never know. Game 1, we lose. Luka goes 27. Game 2, they're up 2-0. So yeah, that definitely was not the case at all. We lose in 4, so never mind. We do not beat them. So got the Lakers. They do beat Luka Doncic to the Mavericks, and you're going to have the Cavs go on to beat their former, you know, king, I guess, and LeBron James. But honestly, I'm actually really excited about what we just saw. I think it's just a matter of, you know, maybe adding another piece or two, and this team's going to be really close to contending. So jumping into this draft, we are going to have a few draft picks from Timberwolves and Cavs from the Mitchell and Gobert trade. So we're just going to draft a couple players here. I might even trade these two guys depending on who we get. AJ Johnson, I'm going to take him at number 21, I believe it was. And number 30, we're going to take, I guess, like VJ Miller. It doesn't matter too much. I don't know if these guys are going to be a huge part of what we do here anyway. We got a 73 overall and a 72 overall. Welcome to the team. Player options, Kessler, Abaji, and Kyle are all back. Qualifying offers, Mason Jones and Oni are free agents. And now the only thing we have to do now is resign Lauri Markkanen, and we should be fine. And then THT is out here as well. But I'm going to give Lauri Markkanen his offer, bring him back, make sure he's locked in. So next is to focus on everything else. So how can we add another player or two to put this team over the top as contenders? So AJ Johnson, Bill Colby, I think I like him off the bench, so I think he's a piece I want to keep around. Abaji, same thing. RJ, Lou Dort, got Kyle, and then you have no backup center right now. So I think we have our starting 5 locked in. So really what I'm looking at is who could be our 6th man other than Bill Colby. Let's go like another really good reinforcement backup piece that is just like night and day, so damn good for us. So I do want to sign a mid-level as well real quick. So we got like Terrence Mann, who's looking very intriguing. THT, of course, could bring him back, and honestly, he's a system man. I'm going to bring back THT. I think he's been good for us. There's no reason to let him go. So Taylor Horton-Tucker, I'm going to bring him back to be our backup point guard still, and then we could sign like an Alec Burks as well. But I think the next move could bring back Zach Collins as well, which I'm going to do. So the next move is going to be like a trade. So we got THT, and we have Lou Dort, and we have Kyle. I think I need a really good backup forward I could feel very, very good about. So if I can find that, I feel pretty good about our chances. So I wanted to give player progression a chance real quick before I made a trade for a forward if I wanted to. So Lou Dort still a 78. THT, Kyle is a 76. So he is developing. He's a 77 according to 2K's overall on the right. And honestly, I mean, I could just stick with what we got. I'll stick with what we got for now. If things need to change at the deadline, I'll change them. But right now, I really like our roster. I think this team just got to the second round last year. I think there's a good chance we could go on a conference finals run this year. Power King still only going to land us at 24, so they're not very high on our roster. But Sexton, Abaji, RJ, Markkanen, Kessler, Colby, Lou Dort, THT, Zach Collins. It's a very good rotation. Very good. So at the deadline, if there's like a move or two that I can make to push this team over the top, I'm going to do it. But for now, I'm going to stick with what we have. So at the end of the season, we actually finished up as a 2nd seed in the West. I didn't feel the need to make any changes at the trade deadline because the team was clicking on all cylinders right now. So 24 from RJ, 20 from Sexton, 17 from Markkanen, 16 from Abaji, who's developed very nicely for us, 11, 12, and 2.5 blocks. So hopefully, this team is about to go on a run here. So let's see if we can take down Memphis in round 1. They have Lonzo and Ja Morant in the backcourt, which is very interesting. They have Jaren Jackson. They got Sid as well. Honestly, I feel good about my chances here, but let's somebody come around against Memphis and see what happens. We are going to beat them in 5. That's a good start. And now we get the team we lost to last year in the second round, which they have added Jalen Suggs, Patrick Williams. Wow, this team on paper looks a lot better than I saw last year. So that is definitely concerning. Can we take down Dallas? Game 1, they're going to win. Game 2, we even it up. Hopefully, we don't lose to them 2-1. This time, we're going to get our revenge. 29 from Colin Sexton, 29 from Markkanen. Game 4, they even it up. Game 5, big one. We win in 6. Yes, we do. Let's go, baby. We got past Dallas. I thought for sure if we lost, we were toast. But Los Angeles Lakers now. They have Russell, Melton, LeBron, Jared Vanderbilt, AD, Gary Trent Jr. Wow, this is a very good team. Very, very good team in LA. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Would not be too shocked at all if we lose to this team. This is a very good team that I'm looking at right now. How do they pull off all of this? Anyway, Gary Trent's like a perfect fit. He's making $2 million. Of course he is. Why not? All right, game one. We're up 1-0. Start things off, though. Beat them by 7, 33 from Colin Sexton. Game 2, they even it up, 115 and 109. Okay, can we win game 3? Yes, we can. Can we win game 4, though? That'd be big if we can. Game 4, we don't. Game 5, big one, and we go down 3-2, of course. And now it is time for game 6 in Utah against this Lakers squad. Win or go home scenario here. We're facing an old LeBron James, so come on, baby. Take advantage of that. Can we please force a game 7 back to LA? Maybe beat them there. And yeah, we can force a game 7. So just like that, game 7 is forced. Bill Colby is here with 22 points as well. Atlanta is waiting for us. We could face our former head coach, which would be very fun. All right, game 7 in LA land. Can we come out here and win it? Game 7, we got the lead. They take it back. They take it back again, but we have it now. Can we get it back? Please get it back. We get it back. Oh my goodness, 12 seconds left. 130 to 131. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, who has the ball? They have the ball right now. Do we have to foul? We have to foul. Okay. All right. Can I clutch up? Here's the question. They're trying to give it to AD. I have to foul. I'm going to foul LeBron. All right, so if he goes up and puts him up by 2, I have to make a 3, which, no, for me, is not the easiest thing in the world. I'm very, very bad at this game. So, I might be losing here 100% if he makes this free throw. He does. Do we have a timeout? We do not. So, we got to advance the ball with no timeout. I'm just going to have to hope and pray I can hit a wide open 3. And I actually have marketing right now, kind of open. And that is going to be off. And just like that, we do foul with 0.2 seconds left. That was a actually decent look at a 3. And we just missed it. Unfortunate. So we're going to lose to the Los Angeles Lakers, unfortunately. And that is going to be how we go home. So after losing to the Lakers, decided to run it back one more season, and this is it. If we lose here, we lose here. That is what it is. So 24 from RJ Barrett, 22.5 from Sexton, 16 from Laurie Markkinen, 16 from Abaji, and 12 from Kyle, 11 from Walker Kessler, and 10.5 from Bill Colby. So not too bad from him off the bench. So win or go home, and look who we get to get in round 1. They have Cole Anthony this time, not Gary Trent Jr. We lost to this team in 7 last year. This time they're the 8th seed, so we get it bounced out here by the 8th seed. And of course, this time we beat them in 5. Why couldn't we have done that last year? Now we get the Blazers, who have Herb Jones at the small forward, Shaedon Sharp, Simons off the bench, and no idea how to say that name, but they got Frederick Servidus. I don't know. He is their center. So many current round against Portland, and we beat them in 4. And now we get the Dallas Mavericks, Bruce Brown, Kuminga, Christian Wood, Wesley Yates. I mean, this team has given us fits, but maybe we could take them down this time. They even it up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No. They even it up. Can we win game 5? No. Of course, we're going to a game 6. And now it is looking like we might be going home here. Unless we can force another game 7. And we might be coming up short once again, back to back in the conference final. So here we go. Can we force a game 7 back to Utah? It's looking good. We're blowing them out in Dallas, which should give us all the momentum in the world for a game 7 in Utah. So give less minutes to Zach Collins. They want Walker Kessler playing as many minutes as possible, whatever it takes. And that's what we'll be doing. Game 7 in Utah. Do not let up now. Can we get to the finals for the first time in the video? And it's close, but I think we don't. Don't let it up. And boom, just like that, we're going to go play the Atlanta Hawks, who have Jason Tatum and Trae Young. Wow. So Trae Young, Jason Tatum, Onyeka Okongwu, Capella, DeAndre Hunter, and Ron Holland. Game 1, up 1-0, beat them by 3, 32-99 from Tatum, 24-10 from Markkinen. Game 2, up 2-0, 119-105. Can we go up 3-0 on them? Yes, we can. Are we going to take down the Hawks? Don't blow a 3-0 lead now. There we go. We won a championship with the Utah Jazz. We brought RJ Barrett to a finals, and he wins finals MVP, shot 47% from 3. So we formed a mid-3 today, and hey, it worked out. We won a championship in Utah, and that's all that matters. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.